Hello and welcome to Dimension Hopper. This will be a hardcore Masochist playthrough of the pack. And in case you're wondering why there currently is no music, I have disabled music triggers to test something. I am hoping for a memory leak, which is probably not the best thing to say if I'm starting a hardcore playthrough. But yeah, ComputerWiser has asked me if I would be willing to try and find something by profiling, and since it's about memory leaks, which are very annoying to me as well, I agreed. Reminder, read the quest book. You can access it through either the book that has been placed in your inventory or by pressing the keybind for it, which by default is that key. I have already set to a different key because keyboard layouts. As the customized progression is key in this pack, the questbook will act as your guiding companion throughout your journey. And again, I have disabled music triggers completely, so there is no music. Oh, look at this. I am Limbo. How nice! I found some eternal fabric. But I'm unable to use it to get back to the overworld. This saves me an explanation of things once I start reading the quests. Because I can explain it now by actually showing it to you. Via the fact that I don't get teleported. This is intentional. You see, ComputerWiser is using game stages to block access to certain things. Mostly items, but also dimensions. And as long as you do not have the game stage to enter a dimension, you can literally not enter it by any means whatsoever. Now this is not completely true, but it is 100% true for dimensions you have never been in. And the game stage to go into the overworld is what I will get by completing this quest right here. Also, I have view mode active, I hope you don't mind. This common reward right here is what gives me the game stage I need to go into the overworld. Anyway, since this is a Masochist Mode hardcore playthrough, the first quest I need to claim is this one. Hold on, what do you think you're doing here? Why would you want to make the pack even harder than it already is? You will not be able to beat it like this. But what does this mode do? You get an additional 100 levels of looting applied to everything you manage to kill, if you can even kill anything. You gain a lot more XP from mob kills. You start at max difficulty. Yes, all the way at 5000. If you somehow still manage to enter progressing, the end of chapter quests will give you an extra 90 difficulty decreasing hearts for a total of 100. You will get a special trophy for beating chapter 10 after having this active for your entire playthrough. Do not activate this on a normal playthrough. You have to claim the common reward for it to actually activate. This will only work if it is the first quest you claim. Good luck. Now, 100 levels of looting is very nice. It basically means I get somewhere from normal drops to huge amounts of drops. Usually more huge amounts than not so big amounts. You gain a lot more XP from mob kills. That is actually not quite true. Yes, I will get a lot more XP from mob kills, but it is not because of Masochist Mode that I'm getting a lot more XP. It is because of the difficulty, as another quest will explain a little further. Now, difficulty decreasing hearts will allow me to go down from difficulty 5000 to, if I use 100, it would get me down to 4900. I will not use any of those. I will stay at 5000 for this entire playthrough, barring potentially the very end once I've done the 101% quest, because I will do every single quest in this basically in 101% playthrough. The one is because of Masochist Mode. Yeah. Activated, and it has autoclaim. Okay. So you cannot even reconsider anymore. It says you have to claim the reward. Anyway, it said you feel your sanity starting to slip away. Let's start with health and XP. There are some key changes related to health and XP that you may be confused about without prior knowledge. Here are some of the most important changes to take note of. Now, if you don't know what hardcore actually means, it means that if I die, I cannot respawn. I am permanently dead and can only spectate the world. Now, obviously, I could just use commons to give myself survival mode again, but I won't be doing that. If I die, I will restart, no matter where I am. Though I will definitely not go through all of the quests over and over again, don't worry about that. So yeah, when you die, it doesn't matter. Holding onto XP levels is beneficial, as that will increase your maximum health. The XP bonus is also calculated after the minimum maximum health, meaning those restrictions are entirely separate. You can use a heart container to increase your maximum health, up to 350, by the way, but they cost 30 XP levels to use. It may be better to stick with the XP bonus for health early on. Note that these are strictly 30 full levels, and not 30 levels worth of XP. Meaning if you use one while at level 100, you will drop all the way to level 70. If you use it while at level 20,000, it drops you to level 19,970. So you should use them while not having a lot of XP. Heart containers are crafted with 9 Heart Crystal Shards. Heart Crystal Shards are dropped from bosses and blighted mobs. Bosses will drop 0 to 5 shards, and blighted mobs will drop 0 to 3. Also, as you will also see in a different quest, the blight shards is way higher thanks to the 5000 difficulty. Ore excavation is in the pack, but it costs XP in addition to the usual hunger points to use. Try not to use it too much if you want to keep your extra health. Also, here the XP bonus is mapped out. The left side is the level you need and the right side is the additional health gained. What this means is that if you are at 450 XP levels, up to 499, you get an additional 32 health. It is not cumulative. Cumulative? I don't know how to pronounce that. And it is also... It is not well, it is actually somewhat incremental. It is in increments of 2. So once you reach level 10, you get +2 health. Once you reach level 20, you get an additional +2 health for a total of +4. That's how this is meant. And the thresholds get bigger and bigger, 10, 25, 50, 100, and so on. While the XP, the health you get increases by 2 for every step. with the exception of this right here. 21,863 XP levels is the maximum amount of XP levels you can have. Because of, I don't know, is it int or is it long or something like that? Some limitation. Some number limitation. And if you have that many levels, you will get 130 health total. Which means that using hard containers and XP alone, you can already get to 480 health. Also, there currently, Computerweiser is aware of that and will hopefully fix it, be able to fix it. If you are over a certain XP value, it is somewhere between 15,000 and 16,000. Artisan workstations stop working entirely until you drop down again. Meaning that until that is fixed, I cannot actually go to 20,000 or 21,000 unless I don't need to use the artisan workstations. Now for the difficulty. Wondering what that difficulty bar that occasionally pops up means? Here's some information regarding that. Now getting difficulty does not matter since I am at max. Lunar multipliers also don't matter because of that. Multiplayer difficulty I'm playing on single player. 11 XP. Why is that not in... Wait, actually it is, isn't it? Oh, these 2 points aren't. The health cap for players not including XP bonuses is 350, as I've already mentioned. And the health cap for mobs is 32,768. And let me tell you, there will be a lot of mobs that will have that much health. The difficulty scaling per level, meaning just multiply this value by 5,000 to get the value that I will have for my entire playthrough. Meaning non-player entity attack strength multiplier is plus 50. So the attack strength gets multiplied by at least 50 for non-player entities. For any non-player entity. Actually, that is not completely true. Arrows do normal damage. Magic projectiles do normal damage. It does, however, also affect wither, like the wither effect. It's fire damage and burning, and hunger. The damage you get when you're starving. And also melee and contact damage, obviously. Those are the damage types that get increased massively by difficulty. Hostile entity health multiplier. Plus 500. The health of passive, for passive entities it is plus 50. For passive and hostile entities, the health is multiplied by a value inside of a range. Meaning that, for example, a Naga could have 8,000 health, it could also have 20,000 health. I don't actually know the range for that, so I cannot say correct ranges. And I will also not experiment with that, because I will not be defeating a Naga. XP multiplier for killing entities. Plus 25. And the Blight Chance multiplier plus 0.25, which means 1,250. And the formula is the multiplier times 1, because difficulty and max difficulty is the same at 5,000. Blighted mobs have additional multipliers. Attack strength multiplier of 3, speed multiplier of 3, which means they will be zooming and will be hitting even harder. Meaning that basically, if I'm not careful, a blighted mob will kill me without even asking any questions. Difficulty multiplier of 2, which means they count as being difficulty 10,000. And an XP multiplier of 20, meaning that if you compare a non-blighted difficulty 0 mob and a blighted difficulty 5000 mob, you will get 1000 times as much XP. Which is why I'm usually recommending doing Masochist Mode if you don't want to worry about XP, because from seeing others or reading others playing through this pack, XP seems to be a really big issue in normal mode. In Masochist Mode, it really just isn't. Well, maybe at the beginning, until you can kill your first few blighted skeleton druids or something. But once you can do that, it isn't hard to get XP at all. And I feel like those are per difficulty again, those values. Armor chance. Yeah, blighted mobs usually wear armor at difficulty 5000. I don't think I have seen one without armor yet. They usually also carry an item in their main hand that is different from the item they usually carry. So a skeleton druid, instead of their gold hoe, might be carrying a silent gem sword instead. Which they will use like a bow, funnily enough. I might be able to show you. I will very likely be able to show you, because I will be farming XP using those. Default equipment here, iron, but a very high tier-up chance. Meaning that you will usually not get iron, you will usually get something like lapis, steel, we find obsidian, we find glowstone, stuff like that. And yeah, again, item reward. I won't be using the enchanted heart, but because I will do all the quests anyway, I can already do that. I just don't have to claim it, I guess. Come on, please. Why does this quest have auto-claim? Nah, actually, don't need to worry about inventory space yet. Now for skills. The skill token. Want to level up? Take this token. You can still level up anyways, but this token lets you see your progress and help it move faster by converting your XP into SP for the chosen skill. Shift right click to open the GUI and choose which skill you want to drain XP into and how many levels you want to drain at once. Hold right click to start converting your XP into SP for that skill. Have fun playing Reskillable as an RPG. I don't get that sentence. Note, you can scroll down in the Reskillable menu. There are a total of 10 skills. Farming, agility, defense, building, research, attack, gathering, magic, and then also mining and void if you scroll down. And let me actually just claim one really quick. If you shift right click, you open the UI that allows you to cycle through the skills to choose which skill to drain XP into. And you can drain starting at 1 up to a maximum of 100 levels at once. If I now have 100 and try to use it, it doesn't do anything. Because it only drains if you have that much XP or levels or more. Also important to note, it drains the amount of XP that actually gets... it drains entire levels, but the more XP you need to reach that level, the more SP you gain when using the skill token. So if you have 100 levels and use the skill token to drain one level, it gives you a lot more SP than doing it at level 3. Also, using more levels at once, as far as I'm aware, I haven't actually properly tested that, does not give you more XP, like draining 44 levels at once does not give you more XP than draining one level 44 times. Unless you get XP in between, in that case, draining one level at once is obviously better. But it also takes a little longer. Also very important to note... Oh, right, electron ingots. Why do I still have that? Also important to note, there are a lot of items that you can only use once you reach a certain level in a certain skill. For example, ender pearls you can only use once you have magic 8. And this is especially important for tinkers. Because let's, for example, look at the steel leaf parts. If I want to create a steel leaf part and or use a weapon created with a steel leaf part, I need gathering 8 and mining 8. So you actually have to level them up if you want to use tinker stuff. Even wood. Even wood has, I think it was gathering 2. Yes, it was. But seeing how the iron pickaxe also has a requirement of mining 5. Choose your poison. In addition to the normal things that can be found in the What? What does that sentence mean? In addition to the normal things that can be found in the inventory. What normal things that can be found in the inventory? Do you mean these? I'm assuming computer-wise I means those perks. If you left-click one of those, it opens up a menu with... Usually... Actually, magic has 2. Yeah, so it's 2 up to 9 in research skills. That... Usually... Like, I think Void... Yeah, this one is an exception. Which always takes skill points. You get 1 skill point for every 2 levels. So at Void 2 I get 1 skill point, at Void 4 I get the second one. So to get the Void Cheater skill I need to get Void to at least 32. So that I have the 16 skill points. But additionally to that, they might also require specific skills. Now the Void 60 does not make any sense here. It would make sense if there are other ways to get skill points, but then, since there aren't other ways to get skill points, it doesn't make sense. However, it also requires agility 32. Meaning you need Void 16 and agility 32. Usually it's not like that, usually it is like this. I don't know why it sometimes says and sometimes does this. I think it's because one is reskillable and one is an add-on mod to that. But yeah. Most of them are useful. There's one right here. Lucky Fisherman. Luck increased while fishing. That one might be somewhat harmful if you want to use the fishing rod of misadventures. Especially the ancient one, because it has fishing bad luck. It relies on the bad luck. So if you want to use it, you might not want to get Lucky Fisherman. And even more annoying in farming. Green Thumb. Plants one place with this ability will grow faster. What this does is it gives blocks around it random tick speed upgrades. Specifically plants. This works on crops, but the annoying part is it also works on modded grass. For example, the grass in the Gaia dimension. If you get Green Thumb and go into the Gaia dimension, you will be surrounded by crystals in just a few seconds. So yeah, this one has upsides, it also has downsides. Then we get to Hungry Farmer. Max eating, a passive task, auto-feeding. this skill is harmful and can straight up kill you. And once you've taken a skill, you cannot deactivate it. So if you choose Hungry Farmer, you are stuck with it forever. Now what does the auto-feeding do? It takes any food you have in your inventory and eats it, with the priority being foods that have less, I don't know if it's hunger or saturation fill, but one of the two. Meaning that if you have spider eyes in your inventory, those will be taken before Hydra Chop. And spider eyes, obviously, have the effect of giving you poison. It gets even worse. These slime balls give you, when eaten, the wither effect. And if you're playing in Masochist Mode, that can just straight up kill you. And what's even worse, you need it to craft the Rune of Fire. So if you happen to want, I don't know, 32 Runes of Fire, and keep the slime balls in your inventory, and because the Runingel usually takes some time, mess around by jumping and running around a bit. At some point you will just get randomly withered. Example number 2. Ball of Sap, which heals DK but does not have any saturation or filling value whatsoever. Still, because it is a consumable, the auto-feeding will take it before using anything that actually fills you up. Meaning that if you have an inventory full of those balls of sap, and one item that actually fills you up a bit, it will empty your entire inventory of balls of sap before using the one item that actually fills you up. And if you have that all of those balls of sap because of DK, well, tough luck, because you no longer have them now. So yeah, also in chapter 3 you get a way superior version of auto-feeding, which only requires having one item in the inventory. Anyway, back to this. In addition to the normal things that can be found in the inventory, the skills here provide some additional benefits. Here is some information on how to level them up and some passive benefits they provide. Note that converting XP into SP is almost always less efficient than actually doing stuff, unless your magic skill is over-leveled, or you are getting a lot of XP, which you do in Masochist Mode. Again, I can only recommend play Masochist Mode. Like, sure, you will die a lot if you don't know what you're doing. Especially in the Prologue, because the Prologue is absolute hell in Masochist Mode. But once you reach chapter 1, things will get a lot easier. And the looting 100 also helps quite a lot. Later on it will get annoying if you only want to get certain drops and don't care about most of the others. But still, it's nice to have. It also makes it so that if you kill a blighted mob that has armor that you want, it basically 100% of the time does drop it, instead of it only having a chance to drop it. So yeah, definitely play Masochist Mode before going to difficulty 5000 normal mode, because then you don't have the looting 100. SP gained from doing stuff. +1 4 or greater every block. What? I think I would just skip over them because I will be mostly using XP because Masochist Mode. Mining gets leveled up by breaking blocks. Gathering gets leveled up by picking up items. Defense by killing mobs wearing armor. By tanking hits, aka the damage reduction, or by blocking attacks with a shield. Any type of shield. Agility by jumping or sprinting. Yeah, I will try to not read the grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes. Though they are definitely fun to point out. Increase. Magic is picking up XP orbs. Void is changing dimensions. Research is not just every advancement completed, but also partial advancements. If I go... Never mind, I cannot yet because I'm not yet in the Twilight Forest. The Twilight Forest works in a way that you can already complete parts of an advancement without completing the full advancement, and that as well will grant research XP. Farming every time a hoe is used. As far as I'm aware, the bug that it also works when it's used unsuccessfully is not fixed yet. Attack is half of the damage dealt, as in the actual damage dealt before reductions. So if you have an attack of 200, no matter if the armor of the entity you attack makes it so it gets reduced to 1 damage, or it doesn't have any armor and takes the full 200 damage, you will always get the 100 SP because half of the damage dealt, half of 200. Also, at least 1 SP is guaranteed if the research skill is at least level 32. That is explained further down at the passive benefits. And building is placing blocks. Passive benefits. Note that these benefits are incremental, meaning that increasing a skill by 1 level will increase the benefits, and the 32 level increments are just to show how the calculation works. Only those 5 have passive benefits. For the others, once you have all of the perks you want, it doesn't make any more sense to level them because you don't get anything from it, besides bigger icons. Once you reach certain thresholds like 512 or 1024. Now the 32 level increments are just chosen because prestige, which will be explained in this quest. Mining gives you haste, defense gives you less damage taken. Also, what this means, increasing a skill by 1 level will already increase the benefits, means that if you are defense 16, you will already get -1 damage taken. Attack plus damage dealt, magic, multiplier on SP conversion, and research multiplier on SP gained from doing those actions. And then we have the prestige tokens. By default, the level for each skill is kept at 32, but you can bypass this level cap by prestiging them. Each level of prestige token has a number next to its name, which indicates the level that allows you to advance to and past. Which I don't think makes sense. I would just put a 64 in the brackets here, because if you use a prestige token level 1, you can level up to 64. But I think I could maybe suggest it, but whatever. The skill that will be prestiged is the one selected via the skill conversion GUI visible when shift right clicking a skill token. Meaning, this one right here would be agility. Now you can quickly check which one it is, because it is the one that's marked in red when hovering over the skill token. Also you have some other things like agility. It is currently level 1, and to level it up to level 2, I need 569 XP in total. Agility takes by far the most, and I currently already have 36. And it is prestige level 0, that's the orange number. You do not have to prestige your skills in order, which means you can theoretically prestige straight from level 1 to level 31. Note, the maximum prestige level is 31, which sets the skill cap to level 1024. What that not in order means is that you can... First of all, obviously, you don't have to do prestige them in any order. You can start with any of the 10 and go whatever. And it also means that you do not have to use a level 1 prestige token before you can use a level 2 prestige token. Using a level 1 prestige token would actually be a waste, because you do need a prestige token level 1 to get a prestige token level 2 anyway. Though, obviously, like, I can get blocks of gold, I can get nether stars, but I cannot get Daedalus blocks until the beginning of chapter 2. So some form of wasting actually does make sense, especially early on or for the skills that have passive benefits. Yeah, but what that means is I can use a level 31 prestige token on farming to get to 1024, and after that use a level 4 prestige token on magic to get the cap up to 160? 160. And so on. Also, I cannot make it right now because I do need gold blocks of gold. I do usually call them gold blocks. Because the game itself is very inconsistent here. Because it does... because this should be called a block of lapis lazuli. Which it isn't. It is just called lapis lazuli block. So, let's finally start. This isn't the overworld. Strange. The realms must be misaligned for you to appear in Limbo. What's that you say? What do I mean by realms? Well, you see, your measly plane of existence you like to call the overworld is just one of many, many realms commonly called dimensions. Wait, this is no time for an explanation. Limbo is an empty realm between all other realms. No food to eat, no trees to punch, no resources to mine. Normally, you'd be stuck here for eternity with no way back. Yeah, I've already mentioned that. But, luckily for you, I might be able to help you escape. I only need you to gather a few things before I can send you off. A few things to note about Limbo, however. First of all, you cannot take fall damage here. Second of all, watch out for monoliths that inhabit this place. We luckily didn't see any. While they cannot damage you, they will teleport you up into a different location if you stay too close to them, making it more difficult to leave this dimension. I should be able to call some things across dimensions to ensure you survive for now, but it's best not to stay here for too long. Also, have I already taken I should take another screenshot, because knowing the location of Eternal Fabric is actually very good in case I at some point do end up at Limbo. Because that means I just need to fly here, which I can make a hang glider, so I can just AFK flying here. And don't need to actually look for one myself. Very, very helpful. And I get a Magnite Pickaxe, 64 torches, and 10 steak. Now, the Magnite Pickaxe only has 25 durability. Actually, I think that's mentioned in the quest, in this quest. Yes. Also, that is a little, this was a little in the way. I was able to bring you a favorite mining tool, a pickaxe. Happy? Well, luckily, this one has a special Silk Touch enchantment that you will most definitely need. I noticed the unraveled fabric that is the constitution of this place has a rather unique property. If you mine some of it up with that handy pickaxe I got for you, we should be able to make something with it to escape. But be careful. Transporting across dimensions is not an exact science, so the pickaxe I got for you has a rather low durability value. Do not go wasting it, because I will not be able to get another one. Also, like, actually don't waste it, because that would mean unnecessary work for whoever is hosting in multiplayer, whoever is hosting the world or has OP, and even single player for you. And it would also require some effort to actually go waste it, because you would have to either throw away the pickaxe, or you would have to destroy it by mining unworld fabric and then throw away the unworld fabric. So just don't. So yeah, 4. I broke 4. Where's the 4th one? Oh, I think it got teleported due to the Eternal Fabric. Yeah, whatever. It's shipped anyway. Yeah, this pack has quality tools, which means that most tools, weapons, and armor can get a quality. One of the biggest exceptions are Tinker's tools and weapons. Those cannot get a quality. Also, I mined 8 because this one requires 4 each and I need 2. With that unraveled fabric you got, you can make some fabric of reality. Think of this as a one-time favor, but if you give me 2 of those, it should be enough to send you back to your own realm. Meaning that I can just quickly craft them. And I actually do have to submit them. There we go. Comic board, claim this to it. It is auto claim. Also, this now teleported me into a random spot. Anywhere from x equals 0 to x equals 100,000, and the same for z. My goal during the prologue will be to get to 0, 0. Or to 1, 0, 0. I don't know what it actually is at 0, 0. It might be something like the final castle, which I cannot enter until I have done basically everything else. So I might just be able to go to around 0, 0. But that also means that I am obviously hoping to get close to 0, 0 already. Let's see. 50% of the time, the X value will be below 50,000. And 50% of the time it will be above that. Same for Z. So I have a 25% chance to be somewhat close to 0, 0, if you call 50,000 close. And I am at... Yes, I will take that! Holy! I only need to go about 50,000 blocks. Hell yes. Hell yes. Also, your consciousness fades for a second as you hear a nearly indistinguishable voice in your mind. Do not trust that book. Also, interesting part number 2. What biome am I landing in? There are certain biomes that are whitelisted. Those biomes are the normal biomes that you have already access to once you enter the Twilight Forest for the first time, minus a few certain biomes like the ocean biome. One of the whitelisted biomes is an enchanted forest. So it is possible that I will land next to or inside an enchanted forest. Let's see, I can also already scout out my surroundings a little bit. Good thing I stopped. Because if I were to not move, I would land inside a Naga enclosure and basically immediately die. Just a little unfortunate. But luckily I noticed it in time, so nothing to worry about. Hopefully the Naga won't even spawn. So we have the normal mushroom forest. And we have a spooky forest. The spooky forest is one of the best biomes you can spawn in. For a lot of reasons. Now, you should be careful during rain. But if it doesn't happen to rain, you should be completely fine. Barring the potential huge tree that blocks sunlight. Also, I should not do that at the Twilight ground. So let me just build up real quick. I'm already seeing 2 graveyards. And graveyards mean a lot of things. Let me just quickly... Actually, it might make a shield first of all. A sign, I mean, not shield. And let me make a crafting table on a stick. Because that will definitely be helpful. And now I have a wooden sword and a wooden pickaxe. Now what does it mean? String? Iron? And stone. Because 2 of those equal 1 stone and 1 spawner shard equals 1 iron ingot. And there's even more. Now, the reason why the graveyards might be dangerous is because during rain time, the zombies can actually spawn. Same for if it... oh, that's already that broken. Same if there's a huge tree blocking the light. And here we have a chest. You might notice it is a trapped chest. There is a chance that if I break this, I will see TNT. 6? That means there's another chest here. Yes, it does. It also means you have access to moss stone if you want it. And inside those, you can get torchberries and pumpkin pies. As well as pumpkin seeds. And the moon dial, but the moon dial, I guess I can take 1, but it isn't really useful. Is that gravel? Yeah, that's just gravel. I want to mine some stone and make an all-in-one tool. I'm hearing things. I do not like hearing things. Because right now, I could just immediately die. Yep, that's a zombie. I'm safe here though. Now the actual additions manual, I do not need that. Yeah. That's already a zombie. At least I did notice it in time, so nothing to worry about. Yes, I do have wood. I need 9 sticks. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. And combine all of that into a stone all-in-one tool. Oh, fucking course it has the worst possible quality. Why wouldn't it? Why would the game be nice to me? Though it still means I can get rid of my stone pickaxe, wooden pickaxe. As you can see, this zombie has 1000 health. Meaning I will need 200 hits to kill it. Actually more, because the first one to... Jesus Christ. I guess I should do... I shouldn't kill it. I should get more stone to potentially get it better all-in-one tool. Also, it has pumpkins. You should get a few pumpkins and take them into the overworld. At least a stack. And that stack you should not use until you reach chapter 5. Because, small spoilers, there is a pumpkin dimension. It requires 64 fell pumpkins, which require pumpkins. And it gives you a pumpkin igniter, which you can use. Actually, you need at least, I think it was 10 more. I don't think you need the corners. Pumpkins to actually make the portal. And then using the pumpkin igniter, you can go into the dimension, and it will be a dimension full of pumpkins. That is why you should get pumpkins in the Twilight Forest, because they just spawn everywhere, basically, and even more commonly in the Spooky Forest. Well, let's try that again. I will take no quality. Also, if it were to actually not have any quality, it would be 0 NBT tags. The 1 NBT tag means it did get a quality. It just doesn't have any effect, so it isn't shown. But I will definitely take that over. Well, I guess I can keep that one for repairing the stone all-in-one tool. Alright, now the first thing I actually want to do is get myself a forest raven and a deer. Also, that sound is Advent of Ascension giving me bonus drops. In this case, it was a stick. Okay, that's just a sheep. Those are ice. Ice cannot deal damage. Well, they can by giving you the poison effect, but they cannot deal damage by themselves. They don't drop anything if you kill them. Actually, I should specify they do not drop anything if you kill them. Don't stay there. I do not want to harm you. You think this is funny? There we go. The reason why I'm encasing it is so that it cannot escape. Because I am very bad at aiming. But yeah, that is raven feathers. And a little bit of XP. Let's go do this deer. I do not need the spawner. That's 22 levels. And almost everything I need. Also, take glowing mushrooms with you. Those will be needed later on for spectre illuminators. Which... the recipe isn't shown yet, but you will need spectre illuminators later on. And if you already have one, you can duplicate it later via intended methods. There's some growth chamber that lets you duplicate them, but you do need one. I do not need the coal. I should stack that. Do I need the signs? I can throw that away. Now for the part where I might die. And it spawned one just as I got there. Now there are 3 types of druid houses. 2 of which have the chimney at one of the smaller sides, one of which has it at the larger side. At one of the larger sides. Now the one where the chimney is at one of the larger sides has the door on one of the... Oh, yep, attack me, perfect. Just run and destroy the spawner. And it spawns something else. Amazing. Can I get you to get out? To go here? Perfect. Also, as you can see, I'm at 12 health, aka 6 hearts already. This is vanilla damage, normal damage, by the way. So the chests here have food, and there could also be no basement in this case, but there could also be a basement. I should just quickly... Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Need you back later, don't need you. The issue is I want you to die first. So let me actually take my worthless one. And let me put... You know what, I'm gonna put in magic first. And then... hopefully that's enough for 1 level into... Yes, it is. So it's at least something. Okay, I want him to die first, so that this one attacks this one, and this one then gets triggered to this one instead of attacking me. Because if this one dies, both of these will attack me. I don't want that. Issue number 2. The looting only gets triggered if I kill the enemy. If another entity kills it, or if it burns to death or something like that, it only drops its normal stuff. This includes wolves, by the way. And since I won quite a few things from the skeleton druid, specifically bones actually, I want to kill it myself so that it drops as many as possible instead of just 1 or 0. I should definitely level research, because especially early on I will actually still do the things themselves. Also it takes 2 damage every time it gets hit. That's very good to know, while I do like 5 damage. So yeah, as you can see, That is a leg spike. That is very unfortunate. Please don't die. Got it. Perfect. And I'm out. See ya. Let me just climb up here for now. Because staying on the ground is basically a death sentence if I don't hear or see something coming. A rough start. This can't be. Was there an error in my calculations? This may look like your overworld, but it is one of many mirror worms. Yeah, totally looks like the overworld. In any case, it seems we have a much bigger problem than I thought. Something must have somehow scrambled the realms. Hey, you know what? I did you a pretty big favor getting you out of Limbo, so now it's your turn to repay the favor. Investigate the cause of the apparent damage to the ship for me. To that end, you probably have a long journey ahead of you, so I guess I can guide you along the way. Your first task is to explore this world. There must be a clue around here somewhere. Punching trees is always a good place to start. Now, I have called this episode The Intended, because I will be following intended progression. However, I do kinda want to not do the quest yet, because like, why would I need to do that? I have a crafting table right here. So I will not do it. And this is also why I have view mode active, so I can already access the other quests. This one, since I have no reason to actually read it, because why the fuck would I ever need a shield? There's literally no reason to get a shield for me. And yet, it is a required quest. I notice a lot of strong entities in this dimension. From what I can tell, it seems the 3 strongest ones are the keepers of the realm. Defeating them will be our first goal, so let's get you geared up. Yeah, I bet you noticed the ore generation is pretty weird here, right? Since the only natural ore you can find in the dimension is coal, you will have to find another way to get the iron ingot you need. You could always try picking a spawner. And yes, I know you have to upgrade your defense to level 4 to use the shield. Better get some XP or start taking some damage. Yeah, I mean I will do that anyway, but not to use a shield. I will never use a shield. I will craft exactly one for the quest and then immediately throw it away. Oh, right. I actually got more than a stack. I thought I got less than I need, but no. Hang glider. Why would you walk everywhere when you can just glide there instead? And there we go. I actually need to go into a few more of these root houses. Though for right now I only need one very specific item. Also let me level defense a bit so that I start taking a little less damage. Also I have a lot of bones, but I don't want to tame them just yet. Oh yeah, going back to the 3 types. Can I potentially abuse this stock? Yes, I can. Oh, That deals way too much damage, Jesus Christ. Hi. Here, here. Come here, come here, come here, come here. That's what I thought. Now, how you can differentiate the three types is, first of all, the chimney. If it has the chimney and one of the long edges, it has the spawner in the middle, a little above the ground. And it has a small structure where the basement can be, with a fence and a slab, I think. And below that there could be a trapdoor leading down into the basement. And then there are these, the one that I just had and this one, both of which have the chimney here. This one has 2 floors and a 1 high window. One high. The other one has 1 floor and a 2 high window. That's how you can basically differentiate them. I do want access to that chest right there. Even though I think it didn't have what I want. Yeah, it didn't. It does have a few useful things though. Let me just convert that into stone. Don't need you. Don't need you. I don't think I will need... Actually, I don't think I will need you. No, I should don't. Good. Not what I want, sadly. But not really an issue. I am looking for one very specific item. Also, which way am I? I should probably actually try to go this way. Oh god, it's raining. And there's a final plateau. And a hedge maze. So basically death all want me. This is the one I mean, the third type. And does not have what I want, however, I will replace the moon dials with water. Also can get another stack by just doing this. Because Jesus Christ, I am scared now. I am very scared now because it's raining. I have not tamed a wolf, right? Oh, it's you. There are even more. The issue is I don't want to transport you 50,000 blocks. Otherwise I would totally get you. Now one of the first things I actually want to do is go up. However, I'm not seeing what I want in those 2 trees. So yeah, from the druid houses I want a map. And then I want to go up, just straight up into the trees, hoping to never have to go back down. I will definitely have to go back down. Oh, hi. Mind joining? Perfect. Oh, so yes, that's what I meant. It is a silent sword, silent gem sword, but it's used as if it were a bow for some reason. Doesn't have what I want. Can I just... Basement, yes, which one? It's one something, but luckily outside. Not the one I want, then never mind. I'll just plan my escape like that, so that the wolves are in the way of anyone who wants to follow me. Oh yeah, by the way, getting wolves is not a get out of death free card. Mobs can still get to you and damage you. Also owls somehow count as hostile mobs, they aren't. There's no more of those. I think that the chest should be somewhere around here. Yes. Still... Come on. Hollow Hills. Very, very, very dangerous. Especially the huge ones. Luckily, what I want to do requires me going into them. But is it 2-floor one? Yes, it is. I think I should be able to... Yeah, that's one of the anima stones I was talking about. I don't think I need you. You can easily get them right now. They're gated at Advent for... I don't know why. I'm assuming computer-wise I was lazy. Oh, I actually need to go here. That's where the chests are. It is, and this is the outtrap chest. Perfect. And not what I'm looking for. Charm of Keeping is entirely useless in hardcore mode. Because it makes it so that when you die, you keep some of your stuff in your inventory, which, if I die, I'm dead. So that is actually useless. I actually want a little bit of negative Z, and then this way. Now, there is another reason why I'm currently not being smart, and that is I am not wearing any armor yet. Ooh, that is very close to the Hollow Hill, and I see Sunblight and Mob. Probably just ice, but I can never be sure. Wait, that is... where I have already been. Ooh, those. Those are fun. That's what happens when you hover over them. Those are fun. Dimensional doors portals. Now, for the same reason you cannot go into the overworld from Limbo yet, you cannot go into those portals to get to the dimensional doors. However, because of that, it has a funny side effect. Let me show you real quick. It still creates a rift, which destroys blocks to give you world threat, but it also does something else. It takes away all damage. Now this invulnerability is, oh come on, very frail. I don't know if I will be able to show you because... oh god, no. It's so frail I'm still scared about anything. Because it could just disappear at any moment. Without any notice. Also, Dark Forest, not exactly what I want to see. So yeah, how exactly do you get rid of this invulnerability? Yes! Yes, I'm going to kill you. I want slime balls. I want slime balls. How do I kill you? I guess I can just stick down a few blocks here. Definitely want to block this. Wait, that is actually not a good idea. Nope, no, 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 no! Graveyard zombie. Oh! Oh! Fuck you! As you can see, I'm living very dangerous. Now, God damn it. Now, the reason why I am kind of scared about digging straight down is not actually because of lava or anything like that. It's because of Knedrel knives. Knedrel knights can just randomly spawn when you break a dirt block, even one you've just placed. And those enemies that deal a huge amount of damage. Okay, and now they split. I know I should still have the invulnerability, but I'm obviously still very scared of breaking dirt blocks. Also, I don't want to abuse the invulnerability. Also, while doing this, I can quickly explain how to get rid of the invulnerability. Relogging, updating your position in an unusual way, for example by using an ender pearl, getting grabbed by an enemy, teleporting. All of that removes your invulnerability, and it can just randomly run out over time. Very inconsistently. And that's what I'm scared about, that it just runs out at some time. I do wonder, can I? I definitely shouldn't. I should remove this one even. So that... the slimes definitely don't have a chance to just get to me. Oh yeah, have I? No, I didn't. That means definitely... Expedition gives you randomly speed on this mode. On this one it gives you saturation. On this mode it gives you water breathing. And I do not want the speed at all. It's way more harmful than actually helpful. Repair this one and see what I get. No quality, that's good. Now this also marks our first blighted mob that I'm about to kill. Look at my XP now. Look at how much XP that gave me. Also, let me just... don't need you two. Now the small ones cannot hurt me, but I'm obviously still pretty scared because of the other mobs that are around here. Especially that skeleton, because it can just shoot me down. Leather cap with fire protection. And finally, slime. And slime pearls as well, I guess. Yeah, that can go. Fuck. Oh. No, you do not. Very nice. So what can I do now? I can make a Slimesling. What a Slimesling allows me to do is it allows me to propel myself up into the air and fly fast. Until I touch the ground, I now have this trajectory. Even if I were to fly in creative or spectator mode. You can see now I have the normal trajectory again. It's pretty crazy. And definitely one thing that I will use for some time. Even longer than the Peacock Feather Fan, probably. Now the drawback is you need to be on the ground to use it. Now there's something very specific I'm looking for, and I'm seeing one. I'm definitely seeing one. If you see a ball, two. If you see a ball that has this size, this radius, it is a leaf dungeon. Is also one, I'm not sure though. Now leaf dungeons have a spawner inside them. Swarm spiders. A blighted one will one-shot you without asking any questions, so... Do I need the gliss? I don't think so, so let's get rid of them. I don't need you. I don't think I will need you. Definitely don't want you. I do, however, need blocks that I do not have right now, so I need to get some wood in a bit. I guess I can just quickly get some. Number 2, right there, nice. Well, yep, there it is. Also, I should actually just keep them active so you can see where I am. I haven't actually shown you the seed yet. Let me do that really quick. Cheese on, slash seed. That's the seed I'm playing on. And cheats back off. Now those leaf dungeons always have exactly one chest in them. Does not have what I want, god damn it. Miner's tree, interesting, but also not what I need. I don't have enough inventory space to take it right now. Also, before you ask, no, I'm not guessing where the chest is. It is always east. It is always at the exact same location. So if you find one, you can always go to the east end, dig down the middle strip, and then break the lowest one. And the chest will always be there. Though just in case it isn't, I do always have the hang glider here so that I can make a quick escape before the spiders notice me. 1, 2, 3. I think the chest should be right there. It is. Can I get from here? Don't think I can. God damn it. Oh. Yeah, that might explain it. That's... Ugh. That is very... Yes. Now I should be able to... Yes. Doesn't have what I want anyway. But there was another one up there. If you're looking west, then you're breaking the correct block. Like the... I was scared for a second there. Also, no, it doesn't have what I want. There is a fog at around y equals 128, which is very annoying. It disappears above 128, it disappears below 128. It's just there for no reason. Nope. Doesn't have what I... Wait, why am I actually doing this? Am I completely stupid? I think I am stupid. Since I'm only looking for one very specific item, and that is the Charm of Life, I can just use the search in nearby inventories function. And that will show me if there is one in there or not. I don't actually need to break one unless there actually is one in there. So which way am I actually going right now? Negative X, that's perfect. Also, while using the hang glider, pressing shift makes you descend faster, but also move further. No, 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 no. If I die to one of those leg spikes, then I don't know how I will react. Because that would be unfair, but that's also why I'm currently looking in for the Charm of Life. So that those things cannot kill me. Now, if you don't know what Charms of Life do, they basically give you a second life. They set you back to 4 health. Actually, I don't know if it's 4 health or 4 hearts, since I usually only use Charms of Life 2. And they give you fire resistance, and regeneration for 5 seconds. The Charms of Life 2 set you back to 20 health. It is supposed to set you back to your max health, but it doesn't quite work with The XP gained health, I don't know if it works with the health gained via heart crystals. Nah, swamp. There are certain biomes that I could just go through without any issues if I'm high enough. There are biomes that I definitely cannot go through. And one of them is the fiery swamp, because that just straight up burns me, and burning damage would then straight up kill. However, the normal swamp... Whoa, the normal swamp I can. Not that I would want to, but I could. That is one. Oh yeah, by the way, it is very easy to actually see them right now, but if you set the graphics too fast, you cannot see through the leaves. It's only because... Whoops. It's only because I have the graphics set to fancy that I can actually see. How do I get up there now? Hello, hills. Now another very annoying thing is those leg spikes could just make me dismount. Meaning I will fall straight down and take fall damage and die. Not seeing anything. Am I close enough? I should have been close enough. So yeah, there just isn't one there. Oh yeah, the reason why that works is because those chests are regenerated. Their content does not change. Enchanted forest! Do I want to? I am currently going the exactly wrong way, but I might want to later. Okay, I'm not getting lucky. Nope. Another one here. What does this one say? Also no. Actually, does it work like that? Or do I actually need to have it in my inventory? I don't actually know. I feel like I shouldn't have to. Because that's what the search function is for. But because I haven't found one in that many chests, I am actually getting kind of paranoid. Do we have one nearby? Ugh, I cannot fly in there. Oh, I can fly here. And there's at least one. Or is it just... Never mind, it's just a different leaf color. Good. There's one. Just to check, what is something that you can find in there? Different types of saplings. Okay, it actually does work. Good, so I'm just getting very unlucky. Good to know, game. Good to know. Got one. Okay, now I have one extra life. That's nice and all, but it's definitely not gonna be enough. I want something like 16. I definitely want more than that, but 16 should be enough for now at least. Wait, that is that 2 swamps? That feels like 2 swamps. Do I want to? That looks like it's not a swamp anymore, so yes I do. Here goes nothing. Perfect. It can spawn a kobold, and that kobold usually does not hit you if you're in the air, but it might. I don't want that. I feel like the first thing I should do is actually go to 0-0 so that I can actually concentrate on getting the chunks of life. And so that in case I do die, I have one, so yes, I can just fly. And if I do fall, I at least won't die and can then look for another one, then continue. I do really want to go to 0-0. Now there are a few reasons for that, but the most important one is coordinates and trying to remember them. And the end. Oh, Jesus, no. I don't think I should say YOLO here. However, as an unwise man has once said, YOLO! Oh, no, that's even worse, Fuck. Oh. While the dark forest only blinds me, the rain of the failed plateau actually damages me. Luckily it didn't do too much damage. But jeez, I did get kinda scared there. You will hear when one of my Champs of Life triggers. And you will also see it, because it will circle around me for a few seconds. It has the same sound as... while I'm here. As a Totem of Undying triggering. I hate those like oh, that is... That was 2. Well, it is... The reason why it does like is the garbage collector. Because while it usually only does small collections, it sometimes, and that's the legs, does big ones. Oh yeah, another reason why I actually want to go to 0-0, Limbo. If you go into Limbo and if you fall into Limbo, you fall somewhere around 0-0. And if you then use the Eternal Fabric to get back out, you will be at around the same location in the overworld. Second one, where is it in here? Wait. It isn't. Wait, is it in... Is it in the swamp? Not worth it. I shouldn't do this. I really just shouldn't. Actually, I can go straight over here without issues. As you can see, research increased even though I didn't complete an advancement. Do this. Need to be very careful not to go into the fiery swamp. Perfect, I avoided the final plateau. Now the swamp only the normal swamp only gives me hunger, so that doesn't matter since I'm flying. Don't know why I'm even still bothering. Oh yeah, that's one thing I should do. First of all, Charm of Life in here. Has the same effect, just takes away one less inventory space, but instead takes away one power slot. It can go in any, so it doesn't matter in which one you put it. Points of interest. Let me get another skill token and actually level defense a little bit more. $13. Gotta be enough for now. Another dark forest. And another swamp! Lovely! I would rather go into the swamp than a dark forest, but I don't want to end up in a fiery swamp, so I'm not quite sure what I should do. Oh wait, I can just... Yeah, this is already the end, never mind then. I still don't have armor, by the way. Oh yeah, I don't know what's the matter with this. It doesn't even show on the map. I'm gonna assume it's an unfinished dungeon design or something. Not really up to date on Twilight Forest, even though it is one of my favorite mods, not mobs. Oh, yes. Don't have any blocks though. Now I do. Oh, come on. What is it doing there? What does the profiler say? Nothing special. The garbage collector sometimes just takes a while for no good reason. There we go, we finally got our second one out of 16 that I want right now. One way. Oh, come on, that's mean. Let's go. No, that's a fiery swamp. Oh, luckily I noticed it. I even thought I was already in there, but luckily not. Now we haven't talked about this biome yet. The snowy forest. Could I somehow use a tree to get up? Ooh, I can take this tree. This just gives you slowness and takes away a little bit of your visibility, but nothing you actually have to worry about. And there we go, that's already it. Oh, another one. Oh yeah, you can get mycelium from those deep mushroom forests. is an ocean. Another enchanted forest. Okay, this time let me actually quickly check it out. There it is. Here. Let's see, what colors do you have? Oh, come on. You have lime, I might take that. All the other colors are not important. Lime, however, is one of the colors that is harder to get. Why? That's not a mob, that sound. That's just randomly placed in swamp biomes, ambient sounds. Another one. I mean, I will do a few of them at some point, but I would still prefer ones closer to 0-0. Ooh, we got blue and we got purple. That's two important colors. We are about halfway there. Should also try to slowly go somewhat in this direction. Because I also want to go to Z0. Or Z0. Another ocean. Why does that happen? Oh, don't spawn the Naga. Okay. Just want to know if there's one in there, and there isn't, sadly. I'd love to get a third one. Another one. I wonder if that means that I could get certain items there. As in, if it spawns overall specific stuff. Spambo enchanted. Enchanted. Let me quickly check it out. Ooh, cyan. That's very good. I will put away the 10 glowing mushroom because I can get those later. And I don't need them right now. There are two things I want to find in the Hollow Hill. Well, actually, the only thing I really need to find in the Hollow Hill is gonna be the Naga scale, because the... That's positive, that's negative. Because the other one I want, that one being the Peacock Feather Fan, you can also get in the Lich Towers, which you get access to once you have Naga scale. And Lich Towers are way easier to comb through than Hollow Hills. Because you know where about the chests are, and can go to them from the outside instead of having to, oh god, try and get them from the inside and hope that there's no Twilight Wraith or Pinch Beetle just about to get you. Now, Twilight Wraiths are not the worst part to deal with, honestly. It's just that they can go through blocks and usually are Holy, another one. And usually announce themselves by attacking you instead of by their usual sound. More cyan, more lime. Wait, is that actually already all of the ones I need? No, it isn't. I need green. Also, I will do more than just 2 or 3 questing ramps, so I definitely do need more anyway. Oh, oh, come on. That is a swamp spider jockey. And that is the final plateau. And there is no charm of life. So I'm not gonna open it. That is a swamp spider jockey. Interesting. But I should potentially be able to just fly straight here. Look at that. Thanks to my... That is a huge one. Thanks to my oh god, swamp. Thanks to my defense, I'm not taking any damage from the Wayne anymore, which is very nice. Wait, what is... First of all... Yes. We do. I guess I can just use the stone. Don't need you, so I can actually take the wood with me. Now we have 3, that's very good. Yeah, I should be able to fly straight. Garbage collector? Yes. Oh. Still nothing to worry about. It is an Alpha Yeti. Said, oh, now I may have something to worry about. That's the actual glacier part. Don't let me hit a tree. Don't let me hit a tree. Oh. By now I'm in the range that if I find an enchanted forest, I will actually take a screenshot of it and save it for later. Also, now I should theoretically look for a map again. Because once I actually reach the map area, I can already use the magic map to see where I could go and where everything is in my vicinity. That's 2, so I could get them to attack each other. Or not, but I can just do this. Now build my way in, and there's the chest. Ooh, I will definitely take that. I will leave the coal here instead. And cooked chicken instead of the raw venison. Let's see, I'm currently defense 13. How much damage do they still do? I actually wanted to get hit here. No damage. Like, actually no damage? Nope, not like actually no damage. Good to know. That's 1 floor 1. Oh, it's another one of these. I guess it's only 1 damage. And it's worth it. Also, I am actually close enough so that it cannot hurt me. It can only hurt me if it's far enough away from me. I guess I don't need the quest book. If I move, I will take damage. Yes. Even more so because there was lag, so they had ample time to actually aim and shoot. Did I make glowstone yet? I don't think I did, otherwise I should have it in my inventory. But I do have torchberries and I have raven feathers, meaning that I can make everything I need. The music makes this much better. And the garbage collector disables the music. Of fucking course it does. Oh, that is, I don't like seeing that, because I always feel like my hang glider might just break in a bit then, due to lag, if it starts doing that. And I don't want that, because that means I could just fall down to my death. It would waste a chunk of life that I could use for different things. For example, not dying to actually important things. That second part didn't take nearly as long as I imagined it. Oh, yes, there is one in there. And exactly the one I flew against. Lovely! Just wait, is that a... Nope, it isn't. There's one though, and yes! Yes, it does. We are east, yes. Good. Good, that's 5 of the 16 I want. It's very nice. Now I need just a little wood. I have that wood. I need bolts. I need sticks. There we go. Now I can use one of those to make a glowstone dust. Can put one raven feather, one torchberry in to get a magic map focus. Put in my inventory for the advancement. And then with the empty map to blank magic map. So it is 1024 by 1024. That is very good to know. But, I already see a huge one here. We have small hollow hills, medium hollow hills, huge hollow hills. We have Naga enclosures, lich towers, swamp labyrinths, hydra cave. And each one of those maps has one of those center biomes. Oh yeah, I guess I can, in that case, also quickly read those quests. This does not seem very efficient, but glowstone is always useful. Now you can just get glowstone via glowstone blocks in Hollow Hills, but this one would be very difficult to explore without a handy map. The magic map will allow you to easily find tough mobs that you need to defeat to progress here. But we won't. Even if finding them becomes easy, defeating them still will not be. And yeah, I think I will now actually start... Oh, I also see a spooky forest, which is perfect. Yeah, that's the mushroom biome. That's just the normal, I don't actually know what the brown is, but that and the green ones are basically normal biomes. The white is the snow forest and glacier, but that's the one from another map. Not the one from this map. Yep, that's a huge shallow hill, alright. That's the final plateau with the floating islands, and this is Thornlands and the actual final plateau area with the final castle. At least I can now see exactly where I can and cannot go. Oh, no, 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 you bitch. You saw it. We have hedge mazes. That's just normal wine. And this is Alpha Yeti enclosure. This is our actual snowy forest. And that's the glacier with the... I don't know what the dungeon is called, but Snow Queen. Also, what you should be able to notice is the dungeons, or the important parts of the map, are in some sort of a grid. As in, you have this line, you have this line, you have this line, and so on. We are still missing the dark forest of this map. Ooh, yes. I threw out all of my wood, which is not good. Good. Hi! What's up with the jockeys? Why are there so many of them? I might definitely... Oh! Yes. Hell yes. I should definitely take wood so that I don't have to waste more of my wool. Getting a little more lucky now, which is very nice. That's already 7. Oops. That's the dark forest. That's a Night Phantom tomb. And then in the middle, that's the Ogre's Tower. The blue thing is the ocean. And that is actually everything, I think, except for the Enchanted Forest, which only has a chance to spawn in any given map, so... It usually doesn't. And now we can go to 0, which should be around here where this is. We only have one large hollow hill. Which, while is a bit unfortunate... Also, here we go. 0, small hollow hill. I will stay on top of those mushrooms though. Just in case, because hollow hills means enemies could spawn outside of the hollow hill and then walk up on me and kill me. They shouldn't be able to spawn up here. So yeah, exactly at 0, basically. Well, almost 0 would be this block right here. Now the actual center is 8.8. 8.5, 8.5. So this block right here is the actual center. But yeah, I finally reached it. First up, making a few chests so that I can actually store all of my shit. I'm surprised that I didn't die once, aka didn't use a Charm of Life. But there we go, that's an oak chest. And now I can just put everything, well, most of my stuff in here. Do you want to keep that instead of the leather? Do you want to keep that? Can put the blue wool in, and I think that's actually everything that I want to put away for now. Actually, I do want the bones, because now I want to find myself some wolves. Which I probably shouldn't bring all the way up here. I will see. Honestly, I feel like instead of calling this episode the intended, I should just call it the beginnings and end it right here. And then do the grind. Actually, the intended next episode, which will include a partial grind for some XP levels. And then the actual grind in the episode after that, I don't know. The prologue is one of the longest chapters in this entire pack. If you plan on not dying, and obviously plan on not dying. But yeah, I think I will actually just end the episode. Oh! Not right here, just in case. Looking for one without Leaf Dungeon. So that the, yep, there we go. That's a good tree. I would check out this one, it has two, and maybe... Oh! That was lag. Not making... It's triggered now. After I've landed, it triggered. Even though I pressed right click right at the start. Did I already mention that I dislike lag? Anyway, see you in the next one.